The U.S. Chamber of Commerce Small Business Nation defines going green as simply taking steps to conserve energy, reduce pollution, and save money. Within the last 20 years, advances have been made with all types of renewable energy, including solar power. Not all steps that have been taken to improve technology and renewable resources have had a positive impact on the environment. However, there are steps that can be taken moving forward to lessen the negative impact and become more eco-friendly, which in turn can help in the battle against climate change. Addressing climate change will require many solutions, yet nearly all the solutions that exist today hinge on humans changing the way they behave. The required changes span technologies, behaviors, and policies that encourage less waste and smarter use of our resources. To pursue sustainability is to create and maintain the conditions under which humans and nature can exist in productive harmony to support present and future generations. It can improve health, increase safety, and save money. Experts concede that even though the environment is often considered at the forefront of sustainability, true sustainability often involves much more than environmental issues. It entails balancing social, economic, and environmental factors so that we are able to meet requirements of the present generation without depleting the resources of future generations. Although they may come into conflict at times, what is important in the end is not the concept per se, but the underlying ability to weave together many different conceptualizations of core values. The 3 E's represent a relatively simple, straightforward set of criteria that are intuitively understandable to most people. For successful projects, each of the 3 E's, environment, economy, and equity, are essential and need to be considered and be balanced. There are several benefits to solar energy. These include reducing fossil fuels, limiting greenhouse gas emissions, and shrinking the carbon footprint. One of the biggest benefits of solar energy is that it results in very few air pollutants. An analysis by the National Renewable Energy Laboratory found that widespread solar adoption would significantly reduce nitrous oxide, sulfur dioxide, and particulate matter emissions, all of which can lead to various health problems. However, while there are no global warming emissions associated with generating electricity from solar energy, there are emissions associated with other stages of the solar life cycle, including manufacturing, materials transportation, installation, maintenance, and decommissioning and dismantling. Toxic materials and chemicals are used to make photovoltaic cells that convert sunlight to electricity. Some solar thermal systems use potentially hazardous fluids to transfer heat, while others use hazardous materials to clean and purify the semiconductor surface. Leaks of these hazardous materials, which are regulated by the U.S. environmental laws established by the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency in individual states, can be harmful to the environment. Community solar is the fastest growing segment of the solar industry, growing from a few scattered projects in 2007 to 1 gigawatt of installed capacity in 2019, which is equal to approximately 3 million photovoltaic panels. Community solar, commonly referred to as shared solar or solar gardens, is a form of distributed solar photovoltaic generation that allows customers to buy or lease a portion of a larger shared solar system that is not built at or on a customer's property. The electricity produced from individual shares of community solar is then credited back to participants' electricity bills, much like it is for residential photovoltaic systems located on individual rooftops. Along with the benefits of community solar come ethical challenges. One of the most prominent ethical issues involves a conflict of interest or values of different individuals or organizations. Under utilitarianism ethics, people focus on the consequences and see which options benefit the most people. Despite the community solar market seeing a 5-year annual compound growth rate of 53%, more than twice the rate of the rest of the solar industry, community solar is a difficult product to sell. Energy scams have given customers a good reason to be wary of products that promise savings. There also continues to be a preconceived notion that solar is expensive, inefficient, and hurtful to American jobs. Although the beliefs are misinformed, they are common, and combined with an offer that can seem too good to be true, some customers are simply unwilling to sign up. Despite being an option that would provide the greatest good for the greatest number of people, it can't be successful if people aren't willing to sign up. Two of the main benefits attached to municipal utilities are local control over programs and increased responsiveness to help ensure that they are attuned to the needs and priorities of their customers. The Green Power Partnership is a voluntary program through the US EPA that supports the organizational procurement of green power by offering expert advice, technical support, tools, and resources to states on how they can lead by example by purchasing green power for government operations. Although some of the impacts of energy transition can be positive, substantial changes can lead to negative impacts on local government. These include capacity caps to an undervaluation of solar credits, energy transitions that are harmful to their jurisdiction, transitioning energy impacting a number of municipal services and departments, and having upfront costs that are often large and expensive for cities. In 2015, the Solar Technical Assistance Team, also referred to as STAT, proposed a hypothetical shared solar system to be located in a rooftop of Northwest Philadelphia. The system would be creating much value for low-income communities, which could tap into the benefits of low-cost solar energy through power purchase agreements once approved by the city. This project would be creating value from a business and sustainability perspective. This solar community project would meet all the dimensions of sustainability ethics for which it can be called a sustainable plan. This project meets the moral obligation of serving low-income Philadelphia communities by providing access to lower cost electricity from locally provided rooftop photovoltaic cells. It also provides a benefit for future generations as well as the environment by generating clean power without greenhouse gases, which add to a current climate change trend and endanger life on Earth. A sustainable project of this sort, as seen in all the dimensions of which it supports the environment and human communities, creates long-term value for the world, which positive externalities go beyond the monetary value currently forecasted by such a project. Between 2016 and 2020, the Groundswell Fund received $2.5 million in grants from the MacArthur Foundation to help guide local residents and institutions through the legal and technical process of switching to clean energy and participating in energy efficiency programs. With the grants, Groundswell developed an innovative financing and project development approach that leverages the creditworthiness of local institutions to scale community solar projects by providing economically disadvantaged households a way to participate in them. The award supported project pre-development costs for community solar projects in low-income communities, similar to those in the hypothetical shared solar system proposed by STAT. In 2015, several countries around the world signed the Paris Agreement, making pledges to reduce greenhouse gas pollution. Policies to aid in this include regulating emissions from power plants, interest-free loans for the purchase of renewable energy equipment, relaxation of planning restrictions for onshore wind farms, and regulations requiring new homes to have solar panels installed. Several states have already set policies to support renewable energy, including public benefit funds, net metering, output-based environmental regulations, and financial incentives. To go green means that you have chosen a sustainable and renewable way of living. There will always be a trade-off. With solar energy as a clean source of energy, the front and back side of building and dismantling the solar panels is harmful to the environment. However, the long-term benefits may outweigh the cost. Solar can meet the utilitarian ethics issue as well as the 3 E's as seen in the Philadelphia Solar Community Model. The STAT program meets the financial market rules, benefits the community, and provides the community with a more affordable green energy. Unfortunately, not all communities can embrace and benefit from the idea of community solar. It can be difficult for communities to redirect energy supply focus due to large upfront costs and laws and regulations that limit solar use. However, there are programs in place that can help with this. There's no perfect energy source and no perfect human. Thankfully, there are ways we can improve the impact on our Earth to hopefully over time help control climate change.